from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I mean, I'm really insulted by the fact that well, here's the information you requested, but we don't think that you can have this information.
We begin tonight with a Valley News Live exclusive. As refugee resettlement continues to be a major part of life in this area, it was a topic on the agenda for today's Cass County Social Service Board meeting.
North Dakota Senator Judy Lee and Lutheran Social Services were invited to attend to discuss questions about the resettlement program, but only Senator Lee showed up. LSS was nowhere to be found. The commissioners had plenty of questions about the program, but Senator Lee had very few answers.
There were really questions for Lutheran Social Services, and many appeared to walk away unsatisfied. Valley News T's immigration and relocation reporter Bradford Eric has our exclusive story tonight.
What's the impact? How does resettlement affect our wallets, our schools, our crime, our social services, which are already bursting at the seams?
So we asked the question, and you know, we get a lot of answers, but it's really hard to nail down precisely what some of those costs might be.
Cass County Commissioner Ken Pollock says instead of a few simple, easy to understand answers, they were given pages of information, some of it even blacked out.
And they send it to us with redactions. Good grief, that's insulting to me that there would be redactions in the dollars in the contracts that they're sending us to review and trying to answer questions that we have.
The other commissioners and people present at the meeting seemed to have similar feelings. Some had questions about the refugee vetting process.
It just stupefied me that it didn't seem there was that additional check.
Others had questions about who is sitting on refugee advisory committees.
Who is on that? And is there somebody from Cass County on that?
And still others wondered aloud how we can know the background of who is resettling here.
Are we checking to make sure that we're getting who we think we're getting?
Again, many more questions than answers. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
We reached out to Lutheran Social Services asking why they weren't present at the meeting. A spokesperson said they were in a staff meeting all day and that they were sure that CEO Jessica Thomason was aware of the scheduled Social Services meeting and standing invitation. We had a pretty good idea of how you felt about refugee resettlement in the Fargo-Moorhead area, but we wanted to know for sure. So we commissioned and paid for a survey. And tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10, we're going to take a deep dive into the topic. It's quickly become a defining issue for the field of 2016 presidential hopefuls and has direct effects on us here in the FM area. We're a major resettlement area. Everyone from lawmakers to school officials and police have to make decisions for the dozens of adults and children coming to our community. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric uncovers what you really think about refugee settlement. That's tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10.
We've moved into November, turned our clocks back, and continue to enjoy nice fall weather and, of course, an earlier sunset. Let's talk to Hutch to see what the night is going to be like. Hutch?
Well, it's been a gorgeous day and an even more beautiful evening as we did enjoy just a fantastic and colorful sunset. Very rapidly changing sky conditions thanks to a fairly strong upper level wind flow right now that did have some showers down to the south of Fargo. Those quickly dissipated. Can't rule out a sprinkle this evening in the far north or far southern counties. Temperatures will hover near 50 degrees the next couple of hours. Pretty nice out there with fairly light winds. You still may want that light jacket. And looking up to the skies, we not only see clouds, but meteors this morning, 7 a.m. over the Castleton area. Kim and Abby sharing this. Well, who knows what you'll see when you look up to the skies the next couple of days, because we have a lot of changes to talk about. We'll do that in just a couple of minutes.
Pretty nice for the beginning of November.
Beautiful for the beginning of November.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
2 suspects have been identified in a shooting over the weekend, but their names have not yet been released. It happened at 202 5th Street Northwest in Dilworth, Minnesota. Investigators say 4 to 5 people dressed in black and wearing masks came to the front door of the apartment and tried to break it down. They shot at the door before it was forced open, and more shots were fired at a person inside. Authorities say this incident appears to be connected to another party in Fargo involving the same people.
We expect to hear from the parents of Jacob Wetterling tomorrow afternoon. Now, this is going to be the first time since the latest news about their son's disappearance. Last week, investigators named Danny Heinrich as a person of interest and charged him with possessing child pornography. He was not charged with anything in Wetterling's disappearance, but authorities say he has been linked. They plan a short press conference. It's scheduled to begin at 12:15 tomorrow. Continue to stick with Valley News Live on this developing story.
Tonight, we have the latest developments in the search for a woman missing from Bemidji, Minnesota. 31-year-old Rose Downwind has now been missing for nearly 2 weeks. Downwind's ex-boyfriend reported to police that he saw Downwind leave his Bemidji home on Wednesday, October 21st. Family and friends have been putting up posters in the neighborhood where she was last seen. They've also been searching nearby parks and wooded areas. The family's confident that someone has information about this case.
Rose, if you hear this, please get a hold of somebody. If you are out there, we love you. We want you to come home. And everybody's we're waiting for you to show up, Rose. We love you.
Another relative says Dog the Bounty Hunter no longer plans a trip to Bemidji to help in the search. However, he has hired private investigators to work the case, and he's offering $10,000 in a reward. If you have any information regarding this case, you're asked to contact Bemidji Police. The number is on your screen. More than 30 members of law enforcement and firefighters filled a courtroom in Clay County today for the hearing of a man that assaulted an officer.
Faruku Lutwama entered his plea for a second time today after the judge didn't accept his first felony guilty plea agreement, which would have him carry the felony for the rest of his life. That's what officials say. They were protesting it today.
Lutwama is accused of punching a Clay County sheriff's deputy in the head several times back in March and also injuring a Moorhead firefighter. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop was the only reporter in the courtroom and talked with firefighters who say they came out to today's hearing to show support for law enforcement.
The Clay County courtroom was packed with officers in and out of uniform, showing the judge that they condemn the assault that happened on their fellow officer.
This was something that was beyond what's acceptable in society. It's not an isolated incident from what we've seen. We're trying to make a point to the judge that this is something to be taken very seriously.
Firefighters, along with police, see and feel the hate movement towards them. Moorhead Assistant Fire Chief Rich Ingert says his job is to save lives, but things have been different recently.
But some of the things I've seen and some of the calls I've been to and the accusations hurled, just the sentiment, it seems like it's a blame society. And we happen to be a line of authority in that, so I've seen an increase.
Eager says he was there the night Lutwama assaulted the officer and had one of his own men injured and wants to see the sentencing guidelines followed. This time, the judge did accept Lutwama's open plea, but didn't feel ready to sentence, and that had the large crowd surprised. And what do you think about the judge putting off the sentencing?
I think that's why we elect him as the sentence. I don't know what there is to think about, really. I understand the weight of his job, too, but in this case, it seems pretty clear what should happen.
In Moorhead, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Lutwama's sentencing hearing has been set for early next week. The maximum sentence he could receive is 3 years in jail and a $6,000 fine.
Some drivers are upset about the new cost for getting a parking ticket. The city of Fargo has plans for a parking ramp, a new one that'll be going up on 2nd Avenue and Roberts Street. Along with that, they're changing the fine for parking tickets. It used to be $15 for a parking violation. Now, your first violation is free. Then it bumps up to $20, then $45 or even more.
I've always kind of taken pride in that North Dakota's tickets are a lot cheaper than everybody else's, whether it's parking or speeding. If you get a parking ticket in Minneapolis, you could spend about $35, and that's for a major metropolitan area.
Parking meters in the city of Fargo are illegal. However, Commissioner Mike Williams says that the new pay booths off the street are an added bonus for people who want to pay to park in popular lots. He recommends if you park downtown overnight, use a pay lot so the city can keep the streets clear.
Many of you around the valley will be voting tomorrow on school bond referendums. Moorhead schools are asking for $78.2 million. People in Detroit Lakes are going to be deciding on a $68 million plan. Then people in Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, they are voting on a $31 million bond referendum. And in East Grand Forks, schools have a $20.6 million bond on the ballot tomorrow. For a full list of bond votes, we have a link on valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button.
A local bank is offering help to college graduates wanting to purchase a home. Gate City Bank's The Better Life Student Loan is offered to people financing a home purchase through the bank and aims at making student loan payments more affordable. A bank's official said that this new loan program will help families reduce their payments and move forward with getting them into a home. To learn more about the new loan program, we have a link to Gate City Bank on our website. Just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
She was not moonlighting. Oh no, this was part of her morning show job today. Later at 6, we're going to explain why Valley News Team's Christy Larson was subbing at this sandwich shop.
And in weather, we've got a nice start to the work week and quiet weather, but it does look like we'll see changes. I'll have details on what you can expect coming up right after this.